What's up, ladies and gentlemen? One and only James Williams, Dog Waters, and I'm back. And today is World Ocean Day. Yes, it's World Ocean Day. I don't know if you are familiar with the fact that today is World Ocean Day, but today is World Ocean Day. And all over the planet, all over everywhere, people are saying that the oceans are crying out for help and that the oceans, our water, our seas need help.
And he joins us now live. Good morning, Doug.
Morning.
We appreciate
Thank you.
Happy pre-World Oceans Day.
Yes, exactly. Oceans Day Eve.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So for people that don't know, what is the significance of World Oceans Day?
Yeah, so World Oceans Day was created about 30 years ago because there was a recognition that people didn't fully appreciate the health of the oceans and then how important they were into our lives. And I think here in Hawaii, people kind of get it, but I still think that there's so much that it does, from everywhere to what we can eat or where we can live to what we can eat. All of that is tied up in the oceans.
Yes,
that they are tortured and they are suffering and they are, bear with me guys, and they are struggling to be made manifest, to be made better. 1 minute, just stay with me guys. And the oceans are in trouble. They really, really are in trouble. The oceans truly, truly are in trouble. And it's a major problem. With that being said, what do the oceans...
Tomorrow is World Ocean Day, a day dedicated to the conservation and sustainability of our waters. And to celebrate...
have to do with urinal Havari.
At present, the best guess we have is keep them happy with drugs and computer games.
Brainwave technology.
Even wearable technology, I don't think is going to decode complex thought. But it is going to decode a lot more. And already, gamers have figured out, for example, while a person is wearing a headset, how to, prime a person through their brainwave activity to be able to decode their PIN number and their home address. So,
and surveillance under your skin. That's the question of the day, and that's what I'm going to get into. Quite frankly, the oceans don't have a damn thing to do with it. But in order for this YouTube to act right, we need to talk about Ocean Day. So today is World Ocean Day, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's get started. Let's break it down. Yesterday we left off with Urinal, the one and only Urinal Havari, telling you how you gonna live your life because he the boss of you. He the boss of me. He even the boss of the oceans on World Ocean Day 2024. That is him. He bosses the whole entire ocean around on World Ocean Day 2024. I mean, I would say this, as a lizard person, he's probably the creepiest sea animal found in the ocean. He truly is. He really is. Because when you look at this man and you listen to what he says, you know that he don't give a flying flip about World Ocean Day or what's going to happen to the seas or the oceans or anything like that. For those of you who don't understand what's going on, stick with me. Watch, listen to what he says. I'm just going to bring him up. We're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. Urinal. Oh, Urinal, I feel like I need to relieve myself.
Of the 21st century, they could be watching the minds, the brains of all the population all the time. And also they will have the computing power to analyze all that. It's not just having an agent following everybody all the time. The agent in Stalin's days writes a paper report, and you have these millions of paper reports piling up in Moscow. Somebody needs to read them, to analyze them. That's impossible. Now you don't need human agents.
Now, do y'all see how the look on her face? Did you see the look on her face? And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to notice I'm going to blend in World Ocean Day with this for algorithmic purposes because the algorithm is targeting me, and I'm smart enough to figure this out and do it in a way in which the algorithm is going to have to respect my mind because my name is the Stankonian Ambassador. But I want you to see this young lady's face as he's talking about World Ocean Day. Watch this. Look. I'm going to pause it so you can see the look on her face.
Of all the population all the time.
Now you see she's moving around. She's
and
answering.
Also they...
Because even she's uncomfortable with what's coming out of his mouth. Now she knows the truth, but she's uncomfortable with what's coming out of his mouth because, you see, he is the mouthpiece. He's the one that says, I'm going to take you and you're going to like it. I'm going to pin you down, climb on your back, and you're going to take this and you're going to like this on World Ocean Day 2024. You're going to like it.
Will have the computing power to analyze all that. It's not just having an agent following everybody all the time.
Look at the look on his face.
The agent in Stalin's days writes a paper report, and you have these millions of paper reports piling up in Moscow. Somebody needs to read them, to analyze them. That's impossible. Now you...
Now she's ready to butt in. She's like, okay, he's gone too far. He's gone too far. I mean, I don't know, man. She's European woman, and you know they tend to have some weird looks about themselves from the European Union, but there's something wrong with that. I don't know. This might be a bird lady. I'm not sure. She might not be a lizard. She might be a bird. But watch. Here we go. Now they can't argue in front of you, right? It would be uncivilized for them to argue, so they have to divert the conversation in a direction to pull him off of it. She can't sit there and say, hey, what the hell are you saying about World Ocean Day 2024? You can't talk about our oceans and our seas like this. You can't tell everybody that you're going to monitor the ocean no matter where it goes, because 70% of the human's body is made of water. You can't tell everybody that you're going to monitor the entire ocean. What is wrong with you? You can't tell everybody that. That you can't say that. You can't say it. So look at it.
You don't need human agents.
Did you see it? Let me do it again. Did you see it? Did you see that look on her face like, this dude here, this son of a... Watch it. Let's look at it again. Watch it.
And you have these millions of pages.
Nah, he's sitting there talking about you need a computer and you need an AI to program to see this. Do you see what I see? Do you see what I see? A star. Watch this. You don't need no computer to see what's going on.
Paper reports piling up in Moscow. Somebody needs to read them, to analyze them. That's impossible. Now you don't need human agents. You don't need human analyzers. You just have a lot of sensors and an AI which analyzes it, and that's it. You have the worst totalitarian
I think they all listen
regime in
people.
history. And COVID is important because COVID
See right here, this is when she gonna be like, you done said enough.
legitimizes some of the crucial
On World Ocean Day, you done said more than enough on World Ocean Day 2024, urinal. You are just literally urinating in the ocean.
steps, even in democratic countries.
Kristen?
So your question is, has COVID been a watershed for data surveillance?
It's definitely been a watershed on Ocean Day 2024. Watch this.
I actually think of it as being a temperature check for trust.
Oh, it's a temperature check for trust. You guys hear what she said? It's a temperature check for trust on World Ocean Day 2024. It's a temperature check for trust. To see how much trust no matter of fact, I want you guys to remember their definition of words and our definition of words are completely different. To me and you, trust is something that's earned, right? You trust the Stankonia ambassador. I believe I've earned your trust. I've shown you that I know what I'm talking about. I've shown you a couple of things. That the Stankonia ambassador can be funny. That the Stankonia ambassador is a world-class researcher. That the Stankonia ambassador is a world-class storyteller. Those are the things that I've displayed to you, right? So you trust that. You've seen it. That's trust is built, right? Right. It's earned. Hold on. Hold your horses, because let's see what these people's idea of trust is. Whoa, bam.
Because as you said, when we come in, we have to do a temperature check, okay? And that's actually kind of what's happened with the tracing apps that many of the governments have tried to put into place to monitor and to control. We have not seen great uptake in these applications because...
Do you see that look on his face? Do you see that? That is a damn psychopath. It puts the lotion on its skin. It puts the sensor under his skin. Do you see that look on his face? That is a look like, how dare you try to soften up the blow of what I just said? Do you see it? Do you see it, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see that? Look at that look.
People, thanks to
zoom in on it, cameraman.
Cambridge Analytica, the social dilemma, are now aware of the value of their data and how it could be used against them potentially.
Oh, okay, so now we are aware of the value of our data and how it can be used against you. You're damn right we're aware of the value of our data. Because you around here trying to tell the whole world they're going to do what you want them to do. While simultaneously you around here trying to start a nuclear war on Ocean Day 2024. It's crazy what you out here trying to do. I mean, it's absolutely crazy what you're trying to do. While they're around here having galleries and art gallery exhibitions and everything else, you around here trying to start a nuclear war on Ocean Day 2024. Today is World Ocean Day. For those of you who don't understand, if you don't understand what I'm doing, just stick with me. Read between the lines. Let's go back to her.
So even when their lives are at stake now, they're not prepared. They do not trust that.
Oh, no. We prepared. You said it right. We don't trust you.
Governments enough, even with their life and their health, in order to give their data by signing up for these contact tracing apps.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Look at that. Can you see it? Can you see that? I know the stink on the ambassador is not crazy. That is cold, dead eyes. Look at it. Look at them eyes, man. This is what's on the back of the whole humanity right now. That right there. People with them kind of eyes. And you gonna let them keep talking? Matter of fact, hold on. For those of you who are new here, and you're trying to figure out what the hell is this guy talking about, and these people can't possibly do that. Hold on, guys. For you've been around, you know what I'm saying is true. They're talking about surveillance of brains. He was saying, oh, they'll be able to surveil the brain. Well, somebody might say, well, that don't make no sense. Can't nobody do that.
Home address, brainwave activity, to be able to decode, prime a person how to, while a person is wearing a headset. Gamers have figured out, for example, while a person is wearing a headset, figured out, for example, is going to decode a lot more. And already, gamers have figured out, for example, while a person is wearing a headset, how to prime a person through their brainwave activity to be able to decode their PIN number and their home address. So you don't have to have your full complex thought decoded to reveal your thoughts, right? It gets at what we think.
Wait, what you say, lizard lady? We don't have to have our full thoughts decoded to be able to reveal your thoughts. And what was he saying? He was saying that while you're watching me, the TV's watching you. And we know how you feel about while you're watching me. We know how you feel about it. Are you listening to what these people telling you that you got to start pulling the pieces of the puzzle together? When you pull the pieces of the puzzle together, you realize that these are some wicked ass people. Pardon my language. I'm sorry, Jesus, forgive me for saying that. Matter of fact, ass is in about it. These some wicked ass people. That's what they are. I'm sorry, that's what they are. But let's go back to Urinal and his homegirl talking.
So I think I would describe COVID as being a temperature check for trust of governments around data and data surveillance.
You know, the craziest thing was the look was so wicked that the cameraman said, I gotta zoom in on this so you can see it. Now that look he's giving her is, don't you dare say something that contradict me.
But if I want to ask you, how far has technology progressed? I mean, you have the insider's view on this.
Well, I think technology has progressed quite a ways, and I think these factors really come together. And I think it's right to think about this as, a moment in time of substantial historical significance. First of all, I think that the focus on biometrics is the right one. And I think that's why the debate on facial recognition is so important. Facial recognition is the first form of what is fundamentally biometric identification.
Facial recognition is the first step towards the movie Minority Report, where you walk down the street and you ain't doing nothing wrong, but you got a warrant or you owe taxes or you said the wrong thing. And they be like, oh, there he is right there, and we need to arrest him. That's the control system needed for the next Ocean Day event, where you are forced to get one of these. You need that technology for that Ocean Day event, where it's like, oh, all of a sudden everybody's got to stay inside. The sea is rising. Everybody's afraid. You got to stay inside. Well, how do you find out who's not afraid? You look at them on their TV. How do you feel their emotions about what's going on? You read them through their smart TV. I done told y'all, don't nothing in your house need to be smart but you. You need to listen to me. Everything in your damn house need to be dumb. But you ain't going to listen. You won't be lazy. Nonetheless, so when we got facial recognition technology, World Ocean Day comes around, it's all over the news. Every channel's telling you that the world is coming to an end. Be afraid, be afraid. The Ocean Day is here. Be afraid, be afraid, be afraid. The birds are here. when that day comes, unlike the last time we had an ocean day. It was wild the last time we had an ocean day. Remember, they told you couldn't go outside and look at the sunset during the last ocean day. You couldn't, right? Well, this one that comes around, they want to be able to see who decided to go outside. And then they want to know how you feel about it. So they can come round you up on World Ocean Day. You understand what I'm saying to you? Are you smelling what the Stankonia ambassador is talking about? Hopefully you are. Hopefully you're intelligent enough to understand what's being said. If you're not, I'm gonna need you to just leave and just unsubscribe and go about your business, because this is how we got to get down. Because you ain't gonna catch on. You know what I'm saying?
That has not only been widely deployed, it's one that people actually use every day often to unlock their own phone.
Pardon me, stop right here. Oh, look at that look on her face. Look at it. You see it, guys? Do you see it? I mean, do you see it? Uncomfortable. Like, we're talking about this in public? Oh my God. I can't believe we're sitting here talking about this in public. Now, for those of you who trying to figure out where the footage comes from, I'm going to teach you guys a little quick lesson. Because people are like, DW, I need the link. I ain't giving you no damn link because I do my research, you do your research. But see that those words written in the background right there on the video? Just Google it and find the channel. Or just put the person's name, urinal, and put that back there and you're going to find it. It's amazing to me how lazy people are, but they want to be researchers. I ain't here to do your research. Do your own damn research. That's not what the Stankonia ambassador does. He ain't your damn slave. That ain't what I'm here for. Now, she uncomfortable. Look at it. You can tell she's clearly uncomfortable. She was uncomfortable when Urinal was talking. She's even more uncomfortable when he's talking. So you say to yourself, we found the weak link in the panel, right? So now we read that weak link. What's making her uncomfortable? So let's go back a little bit and figure out what the hell is making her uncomfortable. What did he just say?
Sided view of this.
Well, I think technology has progressed quite a ways, and I think these factors really come together. And I think it's right to think about this as a moment in time of substantial historical significance. First of all, I think that the focus on biometrics is the right one. And I think that's why the debate on facial recognition is so important. Facial recognition is the first form of what is fundamentally biometric identification. That has not only been widely deployed, it's one.
Oh, that's what made her uncomfortable. You get it? Because most people don't know it's already been widely deployed. He just said that most people don't know it's already been widely deployed. Let's run it back. That's what made her uncomfortable. Because he's telling truth. Watch this.
Historical significance. First of all, I think that the focus on biometrics is the right one. And I think that's why the debate on facial recognition is so important. Facial recognition is the first form of what is fundamentally biometric identification. That has not only been widely deployed, it's one that people actually use every day often to unlock their own phone, but it's spread so broadly that now it has emerged as part of the public debate. And as governments steer a course on facial recognition, what they're really doing, I think, is creating a model that they may end up emulating for all forms of biometrics. So it's really important to get that right. And frankly, I think it's really important to go beyond a relatively almost simple debate. Do we allow it or ban it? To wait a second, how do we regulate it? What uses do we permit? What uses do we ban?
All right, so I'll tell you what I just heard. How many of y'all listening to me right now use your face to unlock your phone? If you use your face, like if you want to unlock your phone and you do like this, or you do like this to unlock your phone, I'm gonna tell you right now, they done put you in the system because they tricked you because you're too lazy. You're too lazy to type in some numbers. Everything in their system is presented to you as a convenience. I mean, everything that leads to your destruction is presented as a gift of convenience. And this is what these people are saying right here. Whether it be my girl over here talking about the damn earbuds. So you can have wireless headset as opposed to a wired headset. Come on, girl, get up here.
And how do you decode somebody's PIN number? You flash a series of numbers and see how their brain reacts to them?
So you have recognition memory signals that are preconscious and subconscious, and this is part of why it's been used, for example, by governments to interrogate criminals.
Or, I don't know, I thought she was going to keep on talking. I'm not going to worry about it. The point I'm making of you is this, to you is this. Everything that's being presented to you as a modern convenience is designed to make you more and more lazy and more dependent on this system. That's what they're telling you. So the more and more you become dependent on those modern conveniences, the app that lowers the temperature, the app that controls the time where your AC turns on and turns off, like that's an absolute necessity. The super car that you're riding around in, that's an electric car that has the screen in it, that has cameras all over it and sensors all over it that actually monitor and pick up people and pick up spirits, which is crazy that the Tesla vehicle can do this on Ocean Day 2024. The more you start to go into this system, the more control they have. That's what's being said to you right here.
I think the COVID crisis is fascinating for both of the reasons that you all are describing. First of all, it is absolutely being used in some countries, especially by authoritarian regimes, to
You think only authoritarian regimes is using this? And what's their definition of authority? Let's see if he gives us an inclination of what countries he's talking about.
to put more controls in place. And in many ways,
Look at that look on his face. My God.
even in
Lord help
the
us.
world's democracies, the privacy issues around COVID-19 are not really getting the full debates that I think they deserve. You know, it's one of the reasons that we, as early as May, came out with a set of requirements for our involvement in, say, tracing apps. And we said, look, if all of this additional information is going to be available and needed in this time of crisis, first, it should be used only for this specific purpose and no other. Second, it shouldn't be retained after the crisis passes. Third, we should look for ways to minimize the privacy impact. It's one of the reasons that I've been very enthusiastic about technology that keeps somebody's information on their own device rather than putting it where it can be accessed by someone else. And then it's only shared in an anonymous way if somebody actually is notified that they've, for example, tested positive. Because what we're...
All right. So he just gave you the cheat code to get around what's being done. He said that there's devices or apps where you can control your data. So the next video I'm going to do, we're going to try and figure out what that is, and I'm going to try and present it to you. But I'll be back to talk about these lizard people more, probably again on World Ocean Day today. I don't know what's going on tomorrow. Tomorrow may be the Boston Celtics Day. I don't know. But here's what I want you to understand. The chair is against the wall, and John has a long mustache. If you understand what's being done, then you understand why it's important that you give me your support and you share and like and subscribe. If you don't get it, I understand this is not for you, and I won't hold it against you. But the chair is against the wall, man. And John really does have a long mustache. He really, really does. It's super